Nobody tells you this directly, but people decide how much to respect you within seconds of being around you. Not based on your resume, not based on what you've achieved, not based on anything you say, based on how you carry yourself before you say a single word. And here's what makes this uncomfortable. Most people are accidentally signaling the opposite of what they intend. They're moving through the world in ways that quietly communicate insecurity, anxiety, and desperation for approval, without ever realizing it, without anyone ever telling them. Today we're going to fix that. For behaviors, backed by psychology, that makes people respect you almost automatically before you've done anything to earn it. Behavior 1. Move like you have nowhere to rush to. Watch how most people move through a room. Hurried, twitchy, reactive, like they're constantly late for something or apologizing for taking up space. Now watch the person everyone respects most in that same room. They move differently, slower, deliberately, like they decided the pace of the room, not the other way around. This isn't arrogance. This is what psychology calls behavioral confidence. Your body communicates your internal state to everyone watching before your mouth opens. Rushed movement signals anxiety. Slow, deliberate movement signals control. And here's the part nobody expects: it works in reverse too. When you consciously slow your movements down, your nervous system actually begins to calm. You don't just look more in control. You start to feel it. The people who command the most respect in any environment aren't moving faster than everyone else. They're moving at their own pace and making the room adjust to them without asking. Behavior 2. Dress like you respect yourself. This one is simpler than people want it to be, and more powerful than most people realize. What you wear is the first story you tell about yourself. Before your handshake, before your voice, before your ideas. The way you're dressed has already made an impression that will color everything that comes after. Psychology calls this the enclothed cognition effect. Researched at Northwestern University, what you wear doesn't just affect how others perceive you. It changes how you think about yourself. People who dress with intention report feeling more focused, more competent, more confident, not because the clothes are expensive, but because the choice was deliberate. And here's what most people miss entirely. Dressing well isn't about fashion. It's about signals. It signals that you took yourself seriously enough to prepare, that you value the space you're entering, that you respect the people around you enough to show up as the best version of yourself. Sloppy appearance doesn't just create a bad impression on others. It creates a bad impression on you. And you perform exactly as impressively as you privately believe you deserve to. Behavior 3. Speak less than you think you should. Most people talk to fill the silence, to prove they're present, to demonstrate value, to avoid the discomfort of a pause. And in doing so, they accidentally make themselves smaller. Because here's the psychological truth about silence that nobody teaches you. Mystery is magnetic. The person who speaks only when they have something worth saying is automatically more interesting than the person who narrates every thought as it arrives. Think about the people you find most intriguing, most compelling, most worth listening to when they finally do speak. They are almost never the loudest person in the room. They are the person whose words feel considered, chosen, like each sentence cost them something. When you speak less, two things happen simultaneously. Other people project intelligence and depth onto your silence, filling the space with assumptions that are almost always more impressive than what you would have said. And when you do speak, the room shifts, because they've learned your words are worth waiting for. Silence isn't awkward. Silence is power. Most people just haven't learned to wear it comfortably yet. Behavior 4. Stay calm when everything is designed to make you react. This is the rarest behavior on this list, and the most respected. Anyone can react. Anger is easy. Frustration is automatic. Defensiveness is the default setting of an untrained mind. But the person who can receive genuine provocation and respond with stillness, that person commands a completely different level of respect. Psychology calls this emotional regulation. But what it looks like in practice is far simpler. It's a pause, a breath, a deliberate gap between what happens to you and what you choose to do next. That gap, as small as 3 seconds, is where your character actually lives. And here's what most people never realize about staying calm in heated moments. It doesn't just protect the relationship. It shifts the power dynamic entirely. Because the person who loses control first has handed their power to whoever or whatever triggered them. They are now being operated by their environment. The person who stays calm has kept their power, quietly, without announcement, without performance. They don't need to win the argument. They've already won something more important, the room's respect, and their own. Here's what all 4 of these behaviors have in common. None of them require you to be louder, more aggressive, more impressive, more anything. They all require less. Slower movement, more deliberate appearance, fewer words, quieter reactions. Because real respect is the kind that lasts. The kind that doesn't need to be demanded or performed is never built through noise. It's built through presence, through consistency, through the quiet, daily, almost invisible signal that you are someone who is completely at home inside yourself. And that kind of person, the one who moves slowly through a rushing world, who speaks carefully in a loud one, who stays calm when everything is designed to provoke. That person doesn't have to ask for respect. They've already made it impossible to withhold. Which of these 4 behaviors do you find hardest to practice? Drop it in the comments. I read every single one. Subscribe Psyphobia for new psychology every week. No fluff, just the things that actually change how you move through the world.